I said anything. I don't think I mumbled to myself. You heard like double of my theme. Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello, hello. No, you were quiet. Okay. I wasn't sure if I was mumbling to myself or anything. Because I was just like, I just realized my mic isn't even muted. Oh no. Oh no. Yes, hello everyone! How are you guys doing today? We got some more side stories that we are going to check out today. We got reflection and self-love. Now, Leaf was talking about her love for Lila. I love Lila so much. She is so great. Wait, also let me get my phone. So that if I have to use the timer... There we go. Okay, yes. All right, Leaf is getting her phone. Time to call. Hey, welcome. Yeah, I didn't take that long. It was only a few seconds. Also, hi, Prof. Hello, everyone. Hello. We are continuing on to the side stories. I hope you guys are prepared. We're gonna start with reflection. Begin side story. Yes. I hope you guys are having a good day. Oh. Also, let me know if I need to like turn up or down the volume. A little loud. Let me know if everything is able to be heard. But for now, let us start. Am I bothering you? No. Okay, just checking. It's hard to tell since you always look so into it when you're reading. It makes me scared to interrupt. It is Doki Doki time! Doki Doki. Doki Doki Doki. Well, it's within my expectations to be interrupted when I read here. Just like, I know people are gonna interrupt me. I know. I'm used to it. It's mainly when I'm by myself that I don't like it. That makes sense. I guess if you're here in the first place, then you're more ready to socialize, even if it takes a little bit of prodding. She's just like... I guess I'll be willing to let people interrupt me. I guess. It's not so bad to be social if I let others do the work. So it can be healthy to put myself in a social environment every now and then. Redeem cookie? Redeem scuff tea? Oh gosh. Okay. Cookie is which one? This one? And Gremlin is... Okay. Let's get that out of the way. Blah, blah, blah. Let me just fix my eyes a bit. Oh, it's gonna be a little... It's always a little buggy on this one. Why is it always buggy on this model? I don't understand why. Alright, let me just decide what size I want to be. Also, why didn't the cookie show up? No. Okay, that's why it didn't show up. Mwah. Sorry if my eyes are a little glitchy. For some reason it glitches a bit when I have the settings on this one. Don't understand. But bear with me. Bear with my scuffed. I think that's intentional. What do you... I think that's intentional for it to be scuffed. I mean, I guess that is the point, yeah. My mother did make this the intention that it was gonna be a little scuffed. Okay. It's not so bad to be social if I let others do the work, so it can be healthy to put myself in a social environment every now and then. It's mostly difficult when I don't know anyone, or there are too many people, or everyone is being too silly for me to keep up with. Yuri glances around the room and at Sayori and Natsuki. Sayori has her head cocked back and her mouth open, trying to catch pieces of the cookie that Natsuki is lobbing into the air, but the pieces keep bouncing off her, hitting the floor. Oh no, the cookies! The cookies be flying. But hi, Spencer, how are you doing? How you doing? Maybe I should say something. No need, they just ran out of cookie. What a waste. No more cookie! I have a cookie though. They've become really good friends, haven't they? I'm happy. Sayori seems particularly good at making that happen. But the two of them are both on the energetic side, so I suppose it works out well. Yeah, come to think of it, you and I haven't had many chances to talk one-on-one, have we? Oh, it's gonna be their bonding time. They're gonna bond. No, that may be partially my fault, since I'm supposed to be the one engaging club members. Not at all. I've probably formed a habit of drawing minimal attention to myself. Just like, don't even acknowledge my existence. I am not here. I am the air. The responsibility is equally on me, at least to display some openness to engage. Well, what about during the times like lunch? Do you meet up with friends? Bold of you to assume that Yuri has friends. Bold of you to assume. Just Monica, am I right? No. Just Sayori. Sayori, best girl. I'm looking forward to her Nendroid. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure Sayori's will come up next. Pikachu! That was a bad Pikachu. I'm sorry. I am sorry. That was horrible. Pika! There you go. That's a better one. So I need to start slouching. I'm slouching. Okay. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, I already read this. Okay. And Pat, okay. And Pat is this one.
Wow. Never pegged you for a quitter.
I just read. Oh. Yeah, it was bold of you to assume that Yuri had friends. She don't have friends. But I like it that way. It feels nice to be carried off after a morning of classes. Do you always read fantasy? Oh, not always. I suppose it's all I've read recently, but only because I'm in the middle of this series. There are still 2 more books after this one. Also, I feel like doing Yuri's voice is actually kind of good practice for me. Just because I need to like practice my lower voices, because it's hard to like stay in the lower pitch sometimes without going back to my regular voice. Because when I was getting live direction before, I always had to be reminded, just like, when I was getting live direction for like my lower voice, I always had to be reminded if my voice was going higher again. So, doing voices for Yuri is kind of good practice for me. I guess those long books suit you well, since you spent so much time reading. Well, fantasy may be my favorite, but after that, I'm more or less indiscriminate to genres. I'll read anything with depth and maturity. But not manga, apparently. If you're doing Yuri practice, totally Yeah! I don't think I said it in a weird way. I hope not. I fully... Oh yeah? Even like romance? Well, there's a lot of books that have elements of romance in them. Oh, come on, Yuri, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. With the Monica lowers her voice. It's a guilty pleasure of mine, so I won't tell anyone if you do too. Maybe more when I was in middle school. I mean, I was really lonely and people were mean to me a lot. So it kind of felt like... Don't make me think about the past. Sorry, I just got super curious. You know, we should totally pick out a romance novel to read. That would be so much fun. Absolutely not. Poor Yuri. She's so embarrassed. Really? Even if it was just between us? Try asking someone who has no shame, like Natsuki. Ouch. Sorry. I didn't mean that. So mean. Well, Natsuki does like romance books. She likes romance manga. I mean, I do too. I like rom-coms. Not really a big fan of like drama series though. Unless it's, well, not drama romance series at least. Well, I guess it was my fault for pressing you. I'm like that for things in my past too. You know, things I feel too embarrassed to re-experience. There's nothing wrong with growing out of things. It happens to everyone. For instance, Natsuki's interest in manga reminds me of how intense I used to be about my own. You're still intense about your interests, Yuri. You're still intense about them. It makes me think that she'll grow out of it too. Yuri's like that meme of the dog just going like, let's hope it's just a phase. It's not just a phase, it's a lifestyle. Yeah, that. You didn't grow out of that, Yuri. You didn't grow out of intensity. Hey, were you talking about me? No, we were just... Oh, we were just talking about how our interests have changed over the years. When did you get into manga, Natsuki? Like, a couple years ago, I guess. I was already sort of into it before that, but I wasn't really going hard until then. Yeah, once someone went down that path, they stick to it. Yeah, I never grew out of my weeb phase. Well, my love for anime and stuff. I became anime. Oh yeah? What was it that inspired you to get more into it? I don't know. I guess... Let me think. It was after I discovered a series that I really liked. Look, anime isn't a phase. No, it is not. It's a life choice. Exactly. I am not emo. No. Yeah, I was just like really fed up with a lot of things. And I got super into this one series that I really related to. Oh no, she had an emo face. What? The timing on that. I guess I had an edgy phase where I just hated everyone around me and wanted to be by myself. Hey, kind of like Yuri. Oof. Oof, that's a big oof right there. Monica? Sorry. That's completely wrong, so... It's cool. It's still cool that you both found your thing. They're almost like opposites, but it sounds like they helped you through a lot of hard times. You know it! Wow, what the heck? Is that book even bigger than the last one you were reading? It's technically longer, but not by very much. How high do you think it would go if you stacked up the whole series? Natsuki estimates by holding up her hand above her head, sizing up the imaginary stack. I should get one of those mangas that's like 50 volumes long, so I can say that I read more than you. She's gonna read One Piece. She's gonna go read One Piece, and that's how she's gonna beat Yuri. Not that I have the money for that. Please, that would hardly count when your books only have a few words per page. I know, I was just joking. Wait, how long is the Black Clover series? Oh gosh. I could never actually read books like yours. It's too boring for me. Yuri shoots a glare at Natsuki. It's not boring. Chill. I said it for me, not for you. Jeez. I can have my own opinion. I just think it's too convoluted. Sayori, are those from the floor? Is she just... Is Sayori just eating the cookies off the floor? She's just going... What do you mean? Leave me alone. It's not your business. It's not your business. Gross. Also, wash your hands before touching any of my books. But my hands aren't dirty. Just do it. The oils are there even if you can't see them. She's just like, Sarah's just like, it's the 5-second rule. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Fine. Mary trots out the door and Natsuki follows. Yuri, you look a little upset. What kind of nerve does she have calling my hobby boring? Well, she did correct herself. Hardly. She was so condescending. I don't mind if she thinks it's not for her. I already understand it's not for everyone. But she knows well how much these mean to me. So how about just leaving me alone instead of needlessly telling me things you hate about it? I'm sorry, Yuri. You may be right. This won't be the last time people have strong feelings about what they like and don't like. Especially in the literature club. So I should figure out how to meditate discussions to keep them positive and constructive. For the record, I've always been impressed by the level of creativity in your books, And also your ability to go through them so quickly. Yeah, I can't really read long books. If I'm gonna read a long book, I'm gonna like listen to like the audiobook version of it. It's hard staying focused about it. Unless it's visual novels. Like this. I like visual novels. Thank you. Okay. Well, this is something that I'll have to think about and revisit. I'm sure that I can help Natsuki find some common ground with you. Common ground isn't necessary. I just wish to be respected. Then either way. Then either way. I'll do my best. I'm skeptical when it comes to Natsuki. I trust you, Monica, but I'm skeptical. Okay, everyone. We have a special club meeting today. As you know, also I've never heard this song before. I think this is a new song. As you know, the Literature Club is a place where we get to share things that we are really passionate about. But that also means we should be mindful of how we respond to each other's feelings. I think we have a chance to turn our differences into positive energy for each other. Aren't you being a little dramatic about this? This is important to me. Well, sorry. I just feel like I'm being accused of something. It's definitely not it definitely wasn't because of Yuri. I want to read more books, but finding some series is hard. It is! It's hard, there's not like a My Anime list for like regular books so you can like, well maybe there is, but it's hard to know what that you'd like and what you wouldn't like, especially if you haven't read a lot of like non like anime books, so it's kind of hard to find. No, I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm sorry if I came off that way. But our conversation yesterday made me reflect on the power of language. And I thought it would be a good topic for the Literature Club, don't you think? I'm sure we're going to have differences in opinion a lot, so I need to make sure we're prepared to keep a positive atmosphere in the club. If you say so. Sure. The cool thing about language is that it gives off a lot of different ways to express the same idea or emotion. We have a lot of control over how we want the other person to feel when receiving our thought. This goes for poetry, narratives, casual conversation, basically everything. For example, Yuri, what's your favorite food? She's just like, am I gonna be judged again? I mean, I have them organized by category. Should I start with snacks? Or do you mean full meals? Should I include breakfast? Oh, geez. Okay, how about your favorite fruit? That's easy. Cherries! Really? I always thought cherries tasted nasty. What? Are they gonna go into are they gonna have the pineapple on pizza discussion? That gets people fighting. Cherries are so delicious! Well, that's a pretty strong reaction. Well, I just don't understand how someone could think cherries are nasty. How does it make you feel? I don't know. Sad? Defensive, maybe? Yeah, I got defensive. Are we going through a therapy lesson right now? I feel like we're going through a therapy lesson right now. How to handle different opinions. I think I've had the pad on my head for a while. This one. There we go. See? The reason you had such a strong reaction wasn't because I don't like cherries. It's because you felt your opinion was under attack. But that's weird, right? Something like taste is completely subjective. But when I say something like, I think cherries taste nasty, I'm using objective language. I'm challenging Sayori's reality that cherries are delicious with my own. Which is that cherries are nasty. Wait, hold on. How's that objective when you just said only said your own opinion? It has to do with the way our brain interprets the words. You're talking about the reality of cherries, not your own feelings about them. Can have opinions, but anyone who says seafood is gross is simply wrong. Are you calling me out, Jojo? You calling me out right now? You wanna fight? You wanna box? Wanna fight about it? I'll fight you! Like Sayori. That was... I'll fight you like Sayori. I said it at the weird time. Let's rewind for a second and pretend I didn't tell you that I think cherries are nasty. Good. So what if instead of that, I said like, I've tried cherries and they're not for me. It's not that kind of flavor I enjoy. I'll fight you like a visual novel character. Yes, exactly. Like, look at Sayori. She's ready to fight. She's got her fist up. She's like, I'll fight you. Fight you. Anyone who disses cherries. Rah! Well, that's fine. As long as you don't call them nasty. Nasty is a nasty word. Okay, so cherries was kind of a weird example, but I think it gets the point across. This time around, instead of talking about cherries, I just talked about my feelings, and Sayori didn't get defensive. So instead of clashing with each other, it's like we received an invitation to talk about our differences. Yuri, you don't need to take notes. I'm not going to quiz you or something. She's just like, I'm writing this down. I need to know. I know that. I was just... Sorry, I didn't mean to call you out. You can do whatever you'd like. But does anyone have any thoughts so far? Yeah. I feel like I shouldn't have to put all my language through a filter just to protect someone's feelings. Well, you don't have to. The choice is yours on how you want to come across to other people. I'm only suggesting it as a tool to help turn our differences into a positive experience rather than an argument. Right, Sayori? Whatever you say, you cherry hater. She took that personally. She's never gonna forget it. Oh, come on. Sayori, I actually like cherries. I was just saying that to help demonstrate. What the heck? I've been duped. I'm sorry, Sayori. I'll make it up to you later. How about a cherry sundae? You're welcome to dupe me anytime, my beloved president. Buying your people's loyalty. How deplorable. Oh, like you would turn down a free sundae, Yuri. You were clearly a fan of those cupcakes I brought you in the other week. That was... I mean... I was reading and not keeping track of them. Oh, that's enough. We're getting off topic. So, now that we have the gist of it, how about we try something more relevant to the club? Like manga, right? Let's try to have a productive discussion about our differences in opinion. Yuri, do you want to start? Well, I'd rather not. No. She's scared. She's scared of the Natsuki. Aw, how come? Well, because I don't see how anything productive can come from that. It's just going to start a fight. No, it'll be fine. That's why I'm here to moderate. Let's just have a calm and rational discussion. Yeah, give me a little more credit. I'm not a child. You don't have to coddle my feelings. I always think it's more respectable just to speak your mind. Itza, hello! We're having a therapy lesson right now. We're having a therapy lesson about having different opinions and how to do that in have a conversation of different opinions. Respectable? Yuri's expression changes at the word. As Monica recalls, being respected was the crux of the matter for Yuri. Aw, cute! You're cute! Wow. Hi, Kage! But no, I don't think this is gonna end well. No, you're cute! And hi! You're cute too! Okay, well, the point of the exercise isn't exactly like... It's fine. I have nothing against anyone personally. You're entitled to enjoy whatever it is you like. I just prefer more depth and nuance in my reading material. And I am not saying anything. You just are. Except that you're cute. You can't escape. You can't escape it. I look for stories that are imaginative and sophisticated beyond the surface level. Oh, well, that's just a misunderstanding then. I thought you were gonna say that manga's for children or something. Like, I don't hear enough of that. But there's plenty of deep manga. I'm not clueless about manga. I've read my own fair share when I was younger. What? Are you serious? How come you never told me? Oh, I see. So you're intellectual and cultured. I am very cultured. When it comes to degeneracy. I'm just kidding. Wait, where was I? Oh, how come you never told me? Because I'm past that point in my life, and I prefer not to revisit it. I prefer more mature things now. Excuse me? Oh, thank you for the lurk. Okay, hold on. Can I jump in here? Let's try to keep things subjective. Because if you imply that manga is immature, then aren't you implying that someone is immature for being into it? Well, maybe it's immature to judge people for having different tastes than you. Natsuki. Nobody's immature. I've read Natsuki's manga and Yuri's fantasy, and I love them both in their own way. Okay. It's great that you like it, but I still find it boring. Boring isn't subjective. Okay, it bores me. That's subjective. But, I mean, the thing about... This is ridiculous. Do you see why I didn't want to participate in this? I knew it was just going to make people upset. I'm not upset! Like I said, I don't care what other people think. But I always got the impression that you secretly look down upon me. So, I'm glad my suspicions were confirmed. Outfit change? Okay! Go back to our uniform. Well, actually, yeah, let's go back to our uniform. Oh. I'm showing off some leg here. Let me just fix the eye. There we go. Let me just move this down a little bit. There we go. Wow. Now we're fitting in a little more. Okay, where was I? There we go. Oh yeah, I already read that. And that's not true at all. You're just making assumptions. You can't blame me for getting defensive when nobody has the least bit of respect for the things that I'm into. The only thing I look down upon is when people make fun of me for just being myself and trying to mind my own business. What? Have you looked in a mirror? Tell me again about respect after calling all my interests immature. You can't. Please stop. You're making Sayori cry. Please. You don't mean the things you say right now. Let's just be friends. I didn't mean for this to happen. Well, it did. So please don't invite yourself to try and solve other people's problems next time, okay? Yuri's piercing words send the club room into a choked silence as she gathers her things. She leaves. Aw, I know Monica was just trying to help. Holy crap. I've never heard her sound like that before. She must have been so pissed. Well, you weren't very nice either. So, I was just saying. How did this happen? It's my fault. Yuri wasn't wrong. I shouldn't have tried to moderate a conflict when I know I'm bad at dealing with conflicts. It was a really stupid thing for me to do. It's nobody's fault, and it wasn't stupid. Everyone in the club is a nice person. Nobody would have expected this. Except for Chat. Chat expected this. But I guess we're sensitive about the things we really love. Honestly, she kind of brought it upon herself. Like I said, I don't care if you're not into manga, but if you actually look down on other people for it, that's kind of the point I was trying to make in the first place. It's not about sugarcoating things. It's about just recognizing and understanding our differences. Okay, but here's the thing about that. Yuri actually looks down on me. It has nothing to do with her word choice or anything like that. So I see what you were trying to do. But I really think the problem here is her. Not just the way we talk to each other, right? I mean... Yuri isn't like that. She's a lot sweeter than you're giving her credit for. I'm sure she'll be reflecting on this. I actually think everyone should. It'll be fine. I'll figure something out. Ow, I'm just saying that instinctively. I'm just setting myself up to cause more problems. It wasn't your fault, Monica. You don't have to beat yourself up over it. If you ask me, it's good that the truth finally came out. 'Cause I can just move on now. But... It's fine, I promise. Let's just get our mind off this, okay? In fact, it's a good opportunity to read some manga without having to worry about feeding Yuri's superiority complex. Don't be mean. I'll talk or read manga or whatever you want, but don't be mean to our friends, okay? My friends. Sorry. I'm just bitter. Everything will be okay. I mean, I don't have the answers, but... I at least know we're all good people and don't want to hurt each other. This will be a learning experience. Monica says that, but her uneasiness is given away by how much she has to force the reassuring tone in her voice. Yeah, Monica's just like, I'm actually not sure how this is gonna go down. This is bound to happen eventually. Natsuki and Yuri have always engaged with each other, the least out of anyone, and this is the reason. As Sayori and Natsuki proceed to distract themselves with manga, Monica sighs to herself, unable to shake her worried thoughts. Will the club really have to just come to terms with the fact that some members will be incompatible with each other? Well, that's the thing! You can't really force everyone to get along. They want to get along, they kind of gotta work that out for themselves. I kind of think. But you can't really force it. You can't, like, force people to, like, try to get along and, yeah. Because then someone is gonna feel like if you're trying to, like, if you're, like, the middle person in a situation like this, it's really hard because everyone wants you to take their side. They kind of gotta sort this thing out between themselves and come up with the answer that they feel the most happy with. Oh, Bunny Girl Celestia! Thank you so much for the read. Hello, hello. My name is Leafu. We are playing Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. We are on the side story. 1 second. Let me just do... Oh, Jojo's on that? Okay, also, here's my socials here too. How's it going? It's going pretty good. What happened here was just, Natsuki and Yuri were having a fight about their differences, and Monica tried to come up with a little idea where we try to talk about our differences in, like, a more nicer way that doesn't hurt other people's feelings, but it didn't go so well, and it just kind of ended up making things worse. So now we're kind of dealing with the aftermath of that at the moment. Alright, I said that. Monica desperately doesn't want to admit that, and she knows Sayori doesn't either. Also, thank you so much for the follow! Thank you, thank you! But for once, a solution doesn't seem to be in sight. Oh, that was a short side story. That was a short side story. Okay, let's go to part 2 of reflection. Welcome, I love your model. Thank you. So sweet. A short part one, yes. The other parts were very long. Okay. A new day arrives. But long enough for this? Oh no, I know what you're gonna do. Hydrate, okay. Have you beat the game? I have played Doki Doki in the past, but the first time I played it, I did not stream it, sadly. And I only did it, I kind of just did straight through. I didn't do like all the routes. So this time, with the Doki Doki Plus, I am doing like all the routes and all the extra things. It's taking a lot more time, but we're getting there. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. Yeah. Wait, my blanket was stuck. Okay. Sarah arrives at the club earlier than usual. That is, not late. As she enters, it appears to be empty still. So she sits down at the desk and pulls out a sheet of paper, primed to jot down her thoughts. Sarah has made a habit of scribbling her thoughts and feelings onto paper whenever possible, as she tends to serve as her best inspiration for poetry. You're cute. You are the cute one, Kage. You're the cute one. Ah! But thank you. You're so sweet. Okay. My heart feels vacant because the ship sailed away. Yo! Yeah! Natsuki? Natsuki pokes her head out from behind the closet door. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Oh, head pat? Okay. But it would have been a lot more awkward if I didn't say anything. Duck friend? Okay. Where's our duck friend? There's the duck friend. Oh, bye, Shadow! Good job! Thank you so much for stopping by! Thank you! I thought you want me listening in on your poetry thing. Yeah. Thanks for realizing that. Should I let you finish up then? Oh no, I mean, just do whatever is convenient. You're not interrupting. Where's Monica, by the way? Oh, she's out in the hallway. Huh? Why? Well, just in case she runs into Yuri. Sometimes Yuri is too nervous to come into the club by herself, so... Oh... Jeez, does Yuri really let things bother her for that long? She can't control her feelings. For some people, it's really hard to cope when you get a bad thought in your head. Are you speaking from experience, Sailor? You're speaking from experience. And you're super sweet, Kage! And that's okay, lurking is appreciated. Maybe you can distract yourself for a little while. But as soon as it's just you and your thoughts but as soon as it's just you and your thoughts again, it comes back. I just want to have a normal club meeting. It's a lot easier to pretend like it never happened. We all just ignore it and move on. I don't want to be bothered by this. It's so stupid. Her opinion of me doesn't matter anyway. Besides, it makes me feel really guilty, and I hate that too. It's okay to have feelings. It doesn't make you weak. let's figure this out together. Fine. Only because you're good at this stuff. Aw, Sayori's so sweet. Sayori's a sweetie. I really want to get her an Nendroid if she gets one next. I'm pretty sure she's probably gonna be the next one to get a Nendroid. The Nendroid that was just announced was Natsuki, so I'm gonna guess that Sayori is next. I want to get it. I must obtain the baby. I must obtain. Let's try to come up with a happy scene. Maybe that'll help us understand where your bad feelings are coming from. Well, I was happy the way things were before we had that conversation yesterday. Alright, LeafuVOD, I've been up since 5:30 this morning. I'm beat, so I'm gonna head to sleep. Have a good dream. Alright, sleep well, Celestia. Thank you so much for the raid and the follow. Have a good sleep. Bye-bye! Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye! What part of conversation made you upset? Was it Yuri being mean about the manga? Maybe. I doubt it though. Because my friends and other people make fun of manga all the time, but I just brush it off and ignore them. Something about it really got to me this time, and I hate that I'm letting that happen. Is it because it came from Yuri? No! Why would that matter? Well, it does make a difference when it's someone that you're around all the time. But I don't know. It's also a friend. I guess she just kind of tunes out her friends, but she can't seem to tune out Yuri. I mean, well, maybe. I just hate that she thinks she's so much better than me just because she likes to pretend to be all sophisticated. Yeah, that's what it is. At least other people decide that they don't like me or manga or whatever. Ah, it's because she's not flat out saying it. That that's what's bothering Natsuki, so that's the reason. But Yuri acts like she's too good to even give it a chance. I'm sorry. Everyone deserves a chance. Yeah, exactly. Would you give Yuri's book a chance? Huh? After this? Obviously not. What about before this? Well, I would until I got bored, which wouldn't take very long. But if you actually keep an open mind, then it's not hard to realize that a story can be deep and meaningful without being needlessly complicated. I see. But you know, I like Yuri's books. Yeah, but you like manga more, right? Sayori shakes her head. I like them both. Sayori's so cute! Ah, she's so precious. Precious baby. Precious baby bean. I like them in different ways, but I like them both. Now Monica better— No! No! Sayori is best baby bean! She is the best bean! I will fight you too! Put him up! Put him up! Wah, wah. I like them in different ways, but I like them both. I mean, the manga, it's really honest and fun, and easy to let go with. And the fantasy has a lot to interpret and uncover. And it's really rewarding to have some quiet time together with it. But the most important thing is that both manga and fantasy are true to themselves. I will fight you both! I will die on this hill that Sayori is best girl! So, I love them both. And I think there's room for both of them to be in the same club together. And I just feel like maybe they have more in common than you would think. You know, for a side story that was supposed to be about Monica and Yuri, it's becoming a lot about Yuri and Natsuki. How do you get along with everyone so well? I always get into fights with people. Like first it was with Monica when I was new to the club. Then it was you. Now it's Yuri. And I'm always like, oh, that person's being such a jerk. And if they just realized that, then we could get at least along. But everyone else has this problem. I just keep running away from the reality that everyone's just a jerk to me because nobody likes me. I don't know why. I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I hate it. Natsuki. Yuri put a comforting hand on Natsuki's shoulder. You're a wonderful person. You deserve to be loved as much as everyone else. Everyone has different ways they like to communicate, you know? And sometimes that makes it harder for us to understand each other. I think that sometimes we get lucky and we make friends who are really good at the same kind of communication. And it feels like you magically connect with them. But other times, even if people are really nice, it's easy for them to misunderstand each other or get the communication wrong. It's something that Yuri struggles a lot with too. It can be really hard. It takes a lot of reflection, self-awareness, and vulnerability. I'm bad at that one. Vulnerability. I always have to be the strongest. What do you mean? Tell me about that part of you. Well, it sounds stupid, but I'm really used to people being mean to me. Like my friends and I guess my dad. Like when I don't get good grades or even stupid things like when my room isn't clean. So what am I gonna do? Cry about it? But let myself get upset that it's just letting them win. I'm better than that. I'm better than all of them. So things always have to be everyone else's fault. Everyone else's fault. I said that weird. It feels like if something goes wrong, and there's even a tiny bit that it might be my fault, then I just get really angry. And I find ways to blame everything else on everything. I find ways to blame everything else instead. Do you see yourself as better than Yuri? If I said that, then I would sound really full of myself. No. Our thoughts and feelings are two different things. Even if we don't like our feelings, we have to understand that we want to learn from them. We have to understand them if we want to learn more about themselves. That's a part of vulnerability, you know? Accepting that we have feelings that we don't like. I hate that. My feelings make me a bad person. My feelings just make me want to tell them, that I'm so much better than her. That she's a judgmental know-it-all who's stuck in her edgy phase, and I'm just above that garbage. That I'm terrible for feeling that way. You're not terrible. You are not your feelings. But you are not your feelings. Say that out loud. Say that to yourself. Out loud. Fine. I am not my feelings. The way I like to picture it is that those feelings are like your roommate. You live in the same house and you gotta see each other every other day. And even if you can ignore each other for most of the time, you run into each other every now and then, and it's gonna make you feel like poop. So the other option is to get to know each other. Can my feelings pay rent then? No. They're living in your head rent free, whether you like it or not. They're there. They're couch surfing there, and they're not leaving. Sorry to get my baked potato. Now I'm ready to fight you. Give me the baked potato. Hand it over. It's mine. Give me the baked potato. I want to eat it. The other option is to... No! No! You're so immediate. That was such an immediate no. I don't have any big potatoes. I just have little tiny potatoes. Fine, I'll have those. I'll eat those after my stream. The tiny potatoes. They're bite-sized potatoes. I'll eat them. So the other option is to get to know each other. You can communicate and learn from each other, and then maybe even help each other change for the better. Does that help you understand? How do you know so much about this stuff? I just have a roommate that can be really hard to get along with. Oh, depression. Oof. Depression? But you're like the happiest person I know. I am not my feelings. I want to be a good person like you. Ah, you little sweetheart. We're all good people. You and Yuri and Monica. Yay! Numbers, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. A lot of numbers. And I think Yuri will eventually learn that about you. Natsuki remains silent, feeling overwhelmed. Despite Sayori's kind reassurance, a complicated mixture of pain and sadness seems to fill her, as though flowing from a wound inside her. Was it a result of vulnerability? No, it wasn't as though she inflicted a wound after becoming vulnerable. It was as though she began to rediscover an old wound, one that she cannot simply be banned. I'm gonna call that user Wilfred. It feels like a Wilfred. They are now Wilfred. If they are a person. I don't know. I do not know if they are a person or not. Speak if you are a person. It was as though she began to rediscover an old wound, one that cannot simply be bandaged and left alone any longer. Probably not. Probably not. They're not saying anything. There you go. I already said that. Yuri, what are you doing all the way over here? I was looking for you. Please don't yell at me. Is this a new Yuri expression? I don't think I've seen her make that face before. Oh, I'm not going to yell at you. I just wanted to say that I'm sorry about what happened yesterday. It was unfair of me to put everyone on the spot like that. Next time, I won't just jump in and solve everyone's problems. I guess it was a bad habit of mine. Oh, by the away. My baked potato has tuna and corn for fixing. Gets you even more hungry? I want to eat it! I want it! Ah! Share! You're not mad at me? I thought you were the one mad at me. I was so awful yesterday. Yuri curls up, recalling the details of the argument. I can't even. Oh, whoops. I can't even have a normal conversation without saying something wrong and making everyone upset. Hold on. That's not what happened at all. Let's talk about this, okay? Yuri pauses for a second, then manages a nod. Monica takes a seat next to her on the staircase. I'm having a lot of negative thought patterns, and I can't get away from them. What kind of negative thought patterns? Like everyone hates me. Especially Natsuki. Oh, that's terrible. I don't think Natsuki hates you. How do you know? Well, because Monica thinks back to the time that she herself found herself in an altercation with Natsuki. And how a display of maturity from Monica was enough for Natsuki to reevaluate her own feelings as well. I think Natsuki is just naturally defensive. I think she acts mean when she feels the need to protect herself. But you know, she's really not a bad person. In fact, I think she can be really thoughtful and considerate. She just, well, I guess the way it works is that she wants to receive some degree of kindness first, before she feels comfortable returning it. Oh. But that means the burden is on me. And I don't know how to make people like me. Every time I open my mouth, I just... Yuri shakes her head at herself and tugs on her hair. It's okay, Yuri. You don't have to beat yourself up. I think anyone would like you if they had the chance to get to know you. Well, unfortunately, the opposite is true. That's why I'm not talkative anymore in the first place. Because everyone used to think I was weird and talk about me behind my back. And that's just when I draw attention to myself. Natsuki even said she found it more respectable when people speak their minds, so I did. And then she hated me anyway. That was enough to confirm my fears. But Sayori and I like you. And we've gotten to know you a lot by now, right? Yuri doesn't seem to have a response. Hey, what do you think of Natsuki? I don't think about her. She's just like, no, I ain't the gay. I don't think about Natsuki, no. That's not what I meant, really. I just... I was just wondering if you had an opinion of her. I do. What is it? Natsuki seems to bring out the worst in me, and I feel really ashamed of it. I like to think of myself as a fairly sophisticated person. So, for someone to just treat me like I'm inferior despite my taste, that's just the worst kind of insult coming from someone like her. And it makes me think bad things about her. Everyone else seems to like her, so the only explanation is that it's me who's doing something wrong again. And my feelings about her are wrong. And I'm wrong to get upset over something so childish and inconceivable? I can't read. No, Yuri. Feelings are never wrong. Well, they're not right. That's the thing. Feelings are never right or wrong, you know? They're just a state of being that we don't always have control over. But that doesn't mean they have to control us. I feel like that's something I've learned around the time I first started the club. We can hate ourselves for feeling a certain way about things. Or we can, you know, just acknowledge that they exist and try to understand them better. I could never be mad at you for feeling a certain way. It's just about how you handle them. I've been told that before. We can't control our feelings, but we can control our actions. Or more. No, I was wrong. We can't control our emotions, but we can control how we act upon them. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm thinking of. And I think working for our feelings is a great opportunity for teamwork. Here wears a dejected expression. You make it sound so easy. You're so mature. So good with people. I feel like such a child in comparison. Oh, Yuri. I'm far from perfect. But these are learned skills. They didn't come naturally to me either. Hey, I got 5k points. Oh no, what are you gonna do with those 5k? I now have the power. Oh no, what's the power? What are you gonna use? What are you gonna do? It's really hard to like reflect on yourself and separate your feelings from your thoughts. I just want to be a good person. Well, I think it takes a good person to get this far. Maybe Shota Chi or Manly Chi. Oh no. That's not good enough. I want to be able to communicate with her. Communicate what? I said it so I said that so really. Communicate what? Oh no, you're just gonna be waiting for the perfect moment. How I feel. How it makes me feel frustrated and upset when she's so negative and dismissive of all the things that mean so much to me. And how it reminds me of me. Because I know how it feels to feel misunderstood and angry at everyone. I know that telling myself you're better than everyone else is a defense mechanism. We're just people. We're fragile and unstable. But I'm just tired of that getting in the way. I can't stand when the peace is disrupted like this. Yeah, you can't focus on your reading when the peace is disturbed, right? Because the literature club should be happy for everyone. Monica looks at Yuri in adoration. I feel like Sayori must be rubbing off on me, cause I really want to hug you now. Ah! Sorry, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. No, I mean, Well, if you wanted to, then I really wouldn't mind. So... Monica pulls Yuri into a short embrace. You're so gentle. And I love when you communicate your feelings. Oh, we don't get to see it? We don't get to see the hug? Aww. I feel so lucky to see that side of you. And I'm sure Natsuki will too. I'm going to write her a letter. Oh? A letter? What a great idea! Just because I'm not good at talking, especially under pressure. I always let my feelings get the best of me, and I forget to say all the important things and say the things I don't mean. Well, I think a letter would be wonderful. How rude, no hug picture. There is no hug picture. How dare! I want my money back! Such a nice way to communicate. Yuri's face hardens of determination. People don't naturally gravitate towards me, like they do for you or Sayori. My personality just isn't suited for that. And I wouldn't want it to be. But something I've learned is that friendships don't always just magically appear out of thin air. For instance, I never would have seen myself making friends with someone like Sayori. We're the opposite in a lot of ways. You know a lot about Japanese? I do not. I do have a few Japanese textbooks that I was going to attempt practicing learning like stuff in them, but I still haven't got around to actually seriously practicing Japanese. I have the books though if I ever want to. Leaf's too busy living in an igloo. I don't live in an igloo and Okami! Thank you so much for the follow! Welcome! I know, maybe one day I'll actually read the books I have about Japanese learning. Maybe one day. I have them if I ever want to read them. They're on my shelf collecting dust. But I'm friends with her because she puts so much effort into understanding me so that we can get along. I think it was the same with you. You both gave me a lot of time and patience. And I wonder if she feels the same way. Natsuki? Yuri nods. I always thought that if I wanted to make more friends, I had to be somebody that I'm not. That there's a type of person or a magical formula I have to follow in order to make someone like me. And that's just like me to think that, always so occupied with myself that I fail to understand other people. Yuri shakes her head. Friendships happen when you think about the other person. When you offer time and effort to understand them and respect them and trust that they want to be a good person. And that's what I learned from my observations in the literature club. Aww. Observations? Monika's caught by surprise. Yuri has always kept to herself so much that it's so unusual to hear her suddenly talking about the club like this. But Yuri gently smiles to herself. You always let me... Oh, that's not the Yuri voice! You always let me listen to your thoughts about people. Sayori too. And it makes me happy because I learn a lot of things. That's so sweet. I had no idea it meant that much to you. Monika's like, well, people like my club. Ah, I'm gonna tear up a little bit. Monika never thought much of it, but in the past weeks, the The past weeks, Yuri always seemed to be especially attentive when it came to the problems and concerns of others. Always wanting to listen and learn more about her friends in the club. It's true Sayori and Monica are naturally more comfortable with other people and can easily work through situations of conflict. But that doesn't make them better people. Everyone has strengths and weaknesses and a capacity to improve. And the first step towards improving oneself is reflection and self-awareness. I agree with this. It's something that Yuri never gave herself enough credit for, but that Monica can recognize as an incredible trait. And with that, her confidence in the club is restored. A very shy girl with long, pretty hair is wandering the bustling lunchtime halls, her fists pressed to her collarbone. When she finds the Literature Club's president's classroom, she stands at the door, glancing all around before appearing inside. Monica is sitting and chatting with a group of unknown friends. Yeah, as expected, this was a bad idea after all. Suddenly, Monica glances toward the door, making the girl panic and duck out of sight. Was this when, Yuri first joined? Before she can regain composure and decide for sure to leave the classroom door gently opens. Yes, it was. Or no, it's not. I don't know. The wording confused me. I think this is still during the same time. Yuri, what a surprise to see you during lunch. Yuri squeaks a response. Please help me. Thought this was going back in the past for some reason, but I guess not. What? Is everything okay? Yuri shakes her head. I don't know how to write letters. Thank goodness. I thought there was some kind of emergency. Yuri's like, this is an emergency. This is an emergency right now. I am panicking. Monica briefly glances over the shoulder at her other friends. Do you want some help? We can go find an empty classroom or something. Is that okay? I feel bad taking you away from your friends. It's totally fine, I promise. We weren't really doing anything. One sec. This is an emergency. It is. This is important. Monica trots back into the classroom, says something like, I gotta go, to her friend, then grabs a pen off to her desk, returning to Yuri. Okay, let's find somewhere quiet. Yuri nods and follows Monica as the two of them set off. How are you today? Huh? Me? Well, yes. Oh gosh. Sorry, I was just caught off guard. I'm doing well today. Just tired. Never seem to get enough sleep during the week. How come? Oh, I don't know. I think I'm just easily distracted. I get really sucked into things and start neglecting the time. I felt that, Monica. I am also very easily distracted. Me too. I do that too. Hey, this classroom is empty. Let's go in here. After peering inside, Monica opens a classroom door and the two of them enter. Are we gonna get that picture together? Are we gonna finally get one? Yuri's moment of relaxation ends. She watches Monica pulls two chairs up to the same desk, then obeys as Monica beckons her to take a seat. She stares down at an empty desk. You nervous? I don't want to do this. We don't have to. We can come up with something else. Yuri shakes her head. It's my chance to do something good. I need to take initiative. Gosh, you must be really determined. I know how hard it is for you to step out of your comfort zone. I'll be sure to encourage you. Go, Yuri, go! Go, Yuri, go! You got this! Yuri pushes through her anxiety and grabs a handful of lined paper from her notebook. Then she picks up her pen. Aww! It's not a hug picture, but this is still cute. This is still cute. Hey, you're left-handed? That's neat. Yeah. Good pick, very cute pick. Yeah. Now I don't have to worry about bumping into your arm. Monica playfully rubs her shoulder against Yuri's. Sorry, I'm just being silly, I guess. Anyway, how about we start by listing the different things you want to say to her? Yuri thinks. I feel embarrassed all of a sudden. Oh, that's okay. How about some of the things you said to me yesterday? But... never mind. I guess I'll try. Yuri thinks for a moment longer, her tension evident. Then she writes the word reflection. This is about my reflection on my behavior. The key question is why we act like this towards each other, but we've been able to separately be friends with Sayori and Monica. That's mean! Yes, it is. So, Yuri thinks, I've been able to befriend the two of you because you've taken the time to understand my needs and respect my interest. The same goes for Natsuki too. We started off as pretty hostile towards each other because I was so worried about getting what I wanted, but because she wanted to be respected more than anything else. Once I stopped making it all about me, she was able to do the same. I want to do that too. But what kind of things do you want to do for her? I want to do the same things for her that I like to receive. I like when people respond positively to the things I talk about, not just brush me off. I like it when my feelings are taken seriously. And I like when you and Sayori trust that I want to be a good person, even when I'm not doing a good job at it. Let's write those things down! Okay. Yuri writes some things down. You're doing amazing, sweetie! You're doing amazing! I think the most important thing to remember here is that Natsuki is feeling vulnerable, so we should make sure that the letter puts her first. It's hard when you're feeling hurt, but it never helps to just tell someone all the things that they're doing wrong. That is the worst way to apologize to someone. The worst way to apologize to someone is to first start off by making it feel like it's the other person's fault. I think you have to make sure that they know that you're ready to respect them and listen to them and admit things you could do better. You feel you could do better. Then finally, you ask what you'd like in return. How does that sound for structure? It could be 3 paragraphs for each of those points. I like that. My thoughts were so disorganized, I had no idea how to come up with any kind of structure. You're so amazing at these things. Oh, stop. You've done so much more than I have, you know? You spent so much time reflecting and being open-minded. That's the hardest thing for anyone to do. All I'm doing is helping you put it on a piece of paper. So I think you're the amazing one. Monica gives Yuri's hand a quick squeeze. But as she lets go, she's caught by surprise when Yuri curls her fingers to hook Monica's hand in place. For a while, they sit like that in silence, save for the occasional scratching of Yuri's pen against the paper. Yesterday you told me something that I'm thinking about a lot. What was that? Think about how feelings aren't right or wrong, and that you're just in a state of being. We need to come to terms with it. It made me think about how a person's behavior isn't always just how they decide to be. It's also made up of past experiences and their insecurities. I think that helps me see other people as actual people, rather than insignificant side characters or insignificant side characters who are out to get me somehow. Is that how you feel about Natsuki? Yuri nods. But in reality, everyone is always trying their best, and everyone wants to be happy. Monica peers over at Yuri's paper, but to her surprise, Yuri pulls it closer, partially covering up her arm. I have to be able to read it to help out, you know. Yuri and Monica look so pretty together. They do! This is such a cute pic. They look super adorable together. I appreciate that, Yuri is taking the time to admit her wrongs. Character development for Yuri! Let's go! It's okay. My thoughts are a lot more organized now after being able to talk it out. Talk to you about it. Now that I'm actually putting it on paper, I realize I prefer others not to read it. I'd prefer others not to read it. Yuri laughs softly to herself, a rare expression. I'm kinda glad I get to hear that, actually. I somehow keep finding ways to butt into this whole thing. I've done enough damage. But it's also been so wonderful talking about this. I mean, I always thought you were really smart, but... Yuri smiles. This just shows everything wrong that happened is in DDLC is just MC. Everything was so good until he ruined it. MC came in and just ruined everything. They were good without him. Yuri smiles. I'll always be terrible at these things. People are just so incomprehensible to me. I'll never get the hang of being one. But listening to you so much has really helped me make sense of some things. So just don't call it damage, please. Monica gives Yuri a gentle smile. Can't believe I came to this club looking for fantasy geeks, and all I got was real friends who value me. Is that a joke? Of course it is. I still can't tell with you. Thoughts so far. An amazing VTuber with a wonderful personality and super cute avatar and wonderful community. 12 out of 10. Would recommend. 10 out of 10 will return. And oh my god, that laugh was so cute. Cuteness overload. Eminence. Ah! I'm glad you're having a good time, Kage. I'm glad I've been able to make your first stream here very enjoyable for you. You're very sweet. Sorry. No, I love it. Please never change. As you wish. Yuri glances at the clock. We're almost out of time. Will you be able to finish? Before the end of the day, probably. But I don't want to come to club the same day that Natsuki reads it. I'm too shy. I can give it to her instead if you'd like. Yuri nods. As long as you promise not to read it. Of course, I promise. Thank you. Yuri exhales, and the two stand up. I'll message you when it's ready. Monica nods. No, you're so wholesome. Thank you, thank you! Good luck. I'm here if you need me. Yuri returns a nod, and the two depart. Ah, that was so cute. Oh, we got mail. Ria. Thank you so hard. Thank you to everyone who worked so hard on the control simulation. I can't imagine how tedious it must have been to dedicatedly hide Monica's elevated permissions from her without disrupting our connection to the VM. Just to clarify, all the recordings labeled side stories are part of the control simulation, right? I'm noticing some small details of the characters' lives here and there that differ a bit from those in VM1, even trivial ones. Is it part of the butterfly effect from some of Monica's more fundamental changes, or is it a result of her messing around with the other characters in VM1 as her own experiment or for fun? So, if I'm keeping track, we have, what, like 5 different universes in total? With 3 or 4 of them created and then destroyed by Monica, of course. It's funny because I wanted to keep I keep wanting to speculate on which one is the real universe, but in reality, they all are. As real as ours is, anyway. Who are these people? Who are you people? I don't know who you guys are. Who's giving me mail? Who are you people? We're getting a lot of pictures. Oh, we got a new... Who are you people? Who are you people? Am I missing something here? Did I miss something? I don't know what I'm missing here. We'll find out eventually. Who are you people? Anytime, actually that's just me when I see people on my stream. Who are you people? Where did you come from? Ah! Okay. Let's do self-love. Also, I'm gonna be right back. I wanna get a quick snack before we start. One second. Well, it's okay. I'm gonna go on starting soon. I'm not starting soon. Be right back. about that. I am back. Hello! I am back. Also, I really hope... I would love to get merch one day. I just need to figure out how all that stuff works. I think it would be very neat, very cool. We weren't plotting anything. You guys really want the merch, I see. Maybe one day we can have like a Leafu merch store. Oh, ad time? Okay. Sorry I have to have such a long cooldown on the ad time. Some people were abusing it. Okay, I got no ads yet. Oh. Why aren't they playing? Did it lie to me? Oh no. It lied to me. It told me the ads were playing. But yes, let us continue with self-love. Oh, Duck Friend? Duck Friend is here. On my head. I should have... You're right here on my head. But 1 second, you know what? Just because you redeemed it, I'll make it special for you. I'll make it bigger. I'll make it bigger! Actually, let's not make it too big. But yes, we'll make it that size. Oh wait, and also cookie? Okay. Alright, side stories. Self-love, part 1. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, never mind. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go scuff mode. Where's everything? Second. Also, let me just fix my eyes because I know what they're gonna be. Forehead. My forehead is not that big. My forehead is not that big. My whole head is big. Also, let's bring back... You look like Monica? Never mind. I don't think I look like Monica. Alright, also let me get the duck. Where's the duck friend? There we go, and also the... I have a redeem for the cookie too. Oh. There we go. Sorry, my eyes are a little weird on this model. Kawaii! Kawaii! Begin side story. Now we're ready. It's only been 1 day since Yuri's letter was delivered to Natsuki, with Monika's help. Because Yuri chose not to attend the club meeting that day, she and Natsuki haven't faced each other since. Although it's only lunchtime, Yuri finds herself anxiously counting the hours until she will need to face the outcome of her efforts, whether good or bad. Because the passing by of students was making her feel even more anxious, Yuri picked out the most secluded spot she could find to spend her lunch. Because this squarecase, I can English. Because this staircase is under maintenance, no student would have any reason for coming here. It's such a relaxing feeling to have a moment of solitude in the middle of a frantic school day. Beep. Let me see. Which was the Zoe button to get? There we go. On my cookie. What are you doing here? I just... Yuri grips her book with enough force to wrinkle the pages beneath the pressure of her thumbs. Well, what are you doing here? I just came to get a drink from the vending machine. The other one is out of the drink I like. Someone's not very honest. She nods, avoiding eye contact. Natsuki, also looking away, shuffles over to the vending machine. So you could hear my loud clicking. I click it with so much force. It's so quiet that every one of her movements seems to reverberate through the entire stairwell. After far too long, she finally receives her beverage, which she then fidgets with in place of the coins. It's some kind of iced tea. But instead of leaving right away, Natsuki stands in place. She glances all around her. It's like way too quiet back there. It's creepy. I mean, that's not what I meant, really. I mean, it's totally cool if that's your thing or whatever. I can see how it suits you, so... Not because I think you're creepy or something. I didn't mean that either. You know, I'm just gonna stop talking. That seems like a good idea. It's okay. Everything is okay. Yuri finds herself attempting some more words of comfort after hearing Natsuki stammer herself into a dejection. Seemingly hesitant in response. Seemingly hesitant. I was reading hesitant at the bottom, but also... Okay, whoops. Seemingly in her response, Natsuki approaches the base of the staircase and hesitantly sits herself down near Yuri. Well, I can leave if you want. Let me just... Yuri shakes her head. Natsuki twists the cap off of her drink and takes a sip. Sip. Despite receiving Yuri's general permission, Natsuki doesn't say any more. Yuri continues to read, or at least pretends to. Hey, what was that? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You just took a sip. You just went... And the two just sit there for a long time. Okay, that does not sound like a sip. It completely is a sip. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. The tension seems to fade a little bit as time passes. Even if any words... I'm laughing at my own stupidity. Even without any words, it seems to mean at least something, though it's not clear what they meant. They may be. Lunch ends more quickly than expected. Natsuki is the first to stand up with her empty drink bottle. Are you coming today? To the club? Yuri nods. I'm sorry for being so awkward. This already reminds me of that one anime. Imazumi's hangout place became Imazumi's place became a gal hangout. Still have nightmares about that. Is that gal anime? I don't remember. I don't know. Is that like the one with like the blonde with the ponytail? I don't know. I might be thinking of the wrong thing. Oh no, someone's looking up something sus, I guess. I will look it up. No, please don't. Your actions have consequences. Your actions have consequences. I'm really bad talking about this stuff. Oh, so it's not the thing I'm thinking of. Okay. Sus. I just can't, for some reason. I don't know why. But I want to. Eventually. Fine, I won't look. I'll save you from your embarrassment. I'll look it up later. Maybe. Yeah. But I want to. Eventually. And there's no rush. I promise. Thanks. It's the next day. Natsuki appears from the corner and steps up to the vending machine. Glancing at Yuri as she does so. Today she seems to be holding some kind of book as well. Oh, you're here again. Well, I just came here to read this because there aren't any people around here. Oh, is she trying to bond with Yuri? She's trying to bond with Yuri. That's cute. Oh? I thought you didn't like how quiet it was. Well, I don't, but there's no people here. I see. Natsuki sits down. The mood feels much different today than it did yesterday. Are they talking about the female chickens wearing... Are they talking about the female chickens wearing ties? Oh no. Oh no. It was not the one I was thinking of, I guess. I was thinking of something probably more pure than that. After yesterday's lunch and the club meeting that followed, Natsuki and Yuri are beginning to feel more relaxed around each other. Although Yuri's letter is still lingering in the back of Natsuki's mind, she continues to detour around it. But it's okay that I'm here? Yeah, I don't care. I mostly just don't feel like dealing with the crap from my friends I get from my friends about it. Especially since, like, they all just assumed I stopped reading manga after I joined the literature club. Not that I'm trying to hide it from them exactly. I just don't want them to come up again. Now, after I've waited so long for this new volume to come out, literally months at this point. You don't have any friends who are into manga? Not unless online friends count. I'm sorry, but that's different. Because she's not exactly into it, she just likes it. She just likes it, you know what I mean. She means she's a normie. She's a casual. Honestly, you're lucky that the books you're into at least just look like books, so you don't have to feel like everyone's constantly judging you by what you're reading. That would be so awful. Especially since I already hate attention so much. Well, it's a good thing I have thick skin, I guess. By the way, I would totally recommend finding some friends online if you haven't already. If you're like me and have no one to share your hobbies with. Oh, I have online friends. Nerd mode? Okay! I always had to look at my paper. Where is nerd mode? Nerd mode, okay. There is nerd mode. Since middle school, actually. I was especially desperate back then. I got my glasses. Okay, head pat, okay! Okay, I read that. It's somewhat embarrassing to reminisce about those days. Sometimes I feel like the me from a few years ago would have benefited from a good smack across the face. Oh, whatever. We were all stupid kids back then anyway. Some of the fanfics I wrote, thank God I used a Facilidon. But I liked it at the time. I got a lot of fulfillment out of it. And plus, I can look back and say with confidence that I've become a better person since then. So I don't think I would change anything. I wonder if a few years from now, we'll think about the same thing about our current selves. Probably. That doesn't make you uncomfortable? Enjoy the now. Don't worry about it. Just enjoy it yourself now. No, of course not. I don't care what other people think of me, especially someone who doesn't exist yet. Alright, here. Atsuki raises her hand to her face and forcibly slaps her own cheek. That's me from the future coming to terms with me right now. Also, ow, I didn't mean to do it that hard. Yuri doesn't seem to react. But then, to Natsuki's surprise, Yuri shyly looks the other way before lifting her arm and doing the same thing to herself, loudly smacking her cheek. Get a good smack to the face. She turns around and stares into her lap, but she is unable to hide a smile as though it was a really funny joke. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I didn't know you had it in you. I don't even know why I did that. Maybe I thought it would be funny. Sorry, I keep distracting you. You said you were looking forward to reading, but I keep going on about all this nonsense. They're bonding! Yeah, times were much better before MC came and ruined everything. I'll let you get to your reading. Oh, right. Yeah, I guess I'll do that then. The conversation quickly ends and Natsuki opens her book. The two read silently for the remainder of lunch hour. But the whole time, Yuri feels distracted by a twist of regret over having so abruptly forced the end of their conversation. You're back. Yeah, I'm here to lay low again. Another day passed. During lunchtime, Natsuki finds herself having wandered to the stairway once more. So I guess from what that email said, this is kind of like... This isn't necessarily in the past, but this is like a universe, a different like universe where things... So like the one that would... There's two different universes, I guess. Also stretch, okay! This is a universe where everything did not go wrong. And the other universe is the thing where a lot of things went wrong. Oh no. My posture is good. During lunchtime, Natsuki finds herself having wandered the stairwell once more. Hey, did you buy that? Natsuki quickly notices a bottle of iced tea on the stairway where she normally sits. Yuri nods, avoiding eye contact. What? Like, for me? Is for me? Is that for me? I was not planning on it. What? Like for me? But you didn't know I was coming here today. What if I didn't show up? Well... I just mean... I would have drank it by myself, I guess. I don't know if I would call myself friendly, but I wouldn't say... I think I'd call myself somewhere in the middle. I'm not exactly friendly, but I'm not exactly 18 plus. But yeah, that's very off topic. It was a stupid thing to do. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't stupid. I just thought... Never mind. What I meant to say is thank you. And it was a really nice gesture. It's okay if you don't feel that way. I do! It was the other things that didn't mean. It was the other things I didn't mean. I swear. Please believe me. Thank you, Jojo! I appreciate you. Yuri pauses and nods. Talking is hard. I get it wrong a lot too. So, I believe you. Natsuki exhales in relief. She then sits down next to Yuri and takes the drink. Knowing Yuri, she was probably overthinking so much that Natsuki's timid response filled her with self-doubt. Also, to pick a number 5. I'll do something nice for you next time. Please don't feel obligated. I want to. I want to do nice things too. Okay. Thank you. Oh, they're being so cute. They're bonding. So cute. You can thank me after, I guess. You can thank me after I figure out how to do something nice. I'll do it then too. Natsuki sighs. Nothing. It just reminds me how I haven't been getting along with my friends lately. Is that why you've been coming here? Well, no, not exactly. She wants to hang out with you. I haven't been avoiding him on purpose or anything. Or just other things I'd rather be doing during lunch. Nerd mode? But I am wearing my nerd glasses. Nerd mode times 2? Okay, how do I make this even more nerdy? Let me look for something to make this even more nerdy. Let me get a book. Let me get a cursed hand here. There we go. There you go. Is this what you wanted? That's cursed. I have a book. Not cursed. They wanted more nerd mode. And this is what they get. Sophisticated, yes. There are just other things I'd rather be doing during lunch. Like, being around them when we're all just having fun. But they also just can't take anything seriously. So when I don't know, feeling serious, then their attitude just gets on my nerves. It's only gotten worse ever since I joined the literature club, because in the literature club, people respect you. How come? I don't know. I feel like I used to be really good at putting up with it, because it would feel so stupid just to cause drama over a joke I didn't like or something. But I just have a hard time doing that lately. It's my fault for being overly sensitive. If I had a problem, I'm not going to demand everyone to change from around me to change. But yeah, I know. When I can see Yuri really don't agree with that kind of thing. But they're not in my position, so it's easy for them to say that you shouldn't. It's easy for them to say that you should just communicate your feelings or whatever. It's not like my friend group. I can't read today. It's the book in my hand. It's getting in my way. It's not like my friend group does that kind of thing. I would just be making an embarrassment out of myself. I'm glad you enjoy it, Jelly. Sorry, all this has to do with you. But I don't know why I'm talking about it. It's okay. I like listening. What? Listen to other people's problems? Yes. That's weird. Sorry. I just like learning about people. Do you think that's weird? No, it's not weird. I probably just misunderstood, so... I don't know. Does that mean I should just keep going? If you'd like. Okay. Well, I don't know what to talk about now. What are some things you like to talk about with your friends? A lot of things. I mean, they're really fun to hang out with, like after school and on the weekends. And they really like my baking. And it's fun to complain about school together. They make me laugh a lot, and we have a lot of good memories and inside jokes. Oh. I'm bad at a lot of those things. She's just like, socialization, no thank you. No thank you. Oh, a sub goal! Yes, I do have a sub goal. I want to reach it so that I can have even more emote slots. Get more emotes here. Yeah. I'm bad at a lot of those things. So? Are all those things important to you? Well, kind of, but they're not things I need to get out of everybody. Everyone in this club is really different from that, but I'm still friends with them too. Well, Sayori really likes your baking. And she makes you laugh. And she complains a lot. That doesn't mean she's anything like my other friends. Everyone is different. Ah! Thank you for the resub! Thank you for the resub, Jelly! Thank you! You've been here for 6 months. That's half a year! Oh my gosh! Oh my god, you're doing the side story! The best one! Is this the last one? I don't know if they still have more of them. But yeah, I think we're on the last side story if this is the last one. And then... depression. We continue back with the main story with depression. Oh, there's a couple more? Okay. Okay, so we're gonna get a bit of depression. Okay. Well... okay. But yes, hello... The DDLC simp. It's nice to have you here. Don't mind my cursed arm. Well, unlike them, she's a nice person who cares about your feelings. Excuse me? How about you don't talk about my friends that... How about you don't talk that way about my friends that you don't know anything about? Natsuki stands up. No, wait. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I didn't want to say something bad. Please don't leave. Natsuki sighs and shakes her head. It's fine. As long as you understand it, you can't just judge people like that. I'm sorry. She's telling her how it is. Natsuki sits back down. Also, I need to get like the voice thing for the sub thing, where they do the voice that says the message. It doesn't seem to do that. I'll need to fix that so I can hear what people say. I thought I did, but I guess I don't. You can't just compare friends like that and like measure who's better and who's different. I'm sorry. I just don't like when people don't like people who want to hurt you. She cares about you, Natsuki. She doesn't like that they're being mean to you. Oh yeah, I didn't hear the quack. My alert's just not working today. Why isn't stuff working? Or did I mute it by accident? No, I don't think I muted it. It's not working today for some reason. That got your tongue? I'll make the quack sound for you then. Quack. See. I'm looking if I have had something muted, but it doesn't look like I did. I'm making sure that I myself isn't muted. Okay. Because for some reason it's not working. A moment of silence stretches between them. They don't want to hurt me. We just like to tease each other about stupid things. It's fun. I don't like that. Well, that's why I'm friends with them and you're not. You like it? Just don't worry so much about me. It's not worth it. I'm sorry. Oh, no sound alerts. I don't know why they're not working. Did I mute something by accident? No? They still be where they're supposed to be. I don't understand why they were working earlier today, but now they're not working! Ah! They're not working! Let me get rid of my cursed arm. Oh. Just realized I can't win anymore. Oh no. I'm sorry, I wanted to get new stuff. Downloads are probably broken, probably. Because probably a lot of people are using them, so they probably crash every now and then. I'm sorry. I wish I knew how to help social conflicts. Like how Monica can. She's good at these things. Not really. Also, I don't always want help. Sometimes it's just stuff I have to deal with myself. That's what Monica and Sayori seem to never understand. Sometimes all you do is look at me and wrong and think, and they're all like, oh, what's wrong? Is everything okay? I just want to mind my own business sometimes and decide if I want to talk about things. The only one who understands that is you. So you really shouldn't be so hard on yourself. You're not as bad as you think. Oh, you don't need to reassure me or anything. I mean that. Plus, it makes sense that someone who doesn't talk a lot would make a good listener. Thank you. You're also nice. It's really hard for me. It doesn't come naturally at all. It's so weird because I always thought of myself as someone who can just say whatever's on their mind. But I feel like it only works when I'm annoyed, or upset, or I want to say something mean. Why am I like that? You don't have to answer that. I'm just talking to myself. Yuri nods and remains silent. Natsuki notices her fidgeting with her pages of her book. How come you like reading so much? Oh, well, a lot of reasons. But I just get sucked into it so easily. It's so immersive. Like, I want to be part of it. I think there are a lot of things about people in real life that make me feel uncomfortable and frustrated. Oh, they're mutuals! They're more similar than they think. They can be buddies. Or girlfriends. Especially when it comes to following social conventions and group interactions. Are you on the first or second part? Pretty sure second, right? I think this is the first part, actually. Yeah, this is the first part, I think of it. I don't think it's the second part. I relate too much to Yuri and I don't like it. You don't want to be Yuri. Oh, I think I just completely missed that line. Bleh. But it's different with books. It feels like I always want to be around with the characters. I feel such a strong emotional connection with them in ways I've never felt with real people. Yuri is a weird name to spell Sayori. Sayori, best girl. So in that way, it can sometimes feel more like real life. Really? It's hard for you to be around people, like, all the time? Fairly often, especially in group settings. No, not Monica! Sayori! When people are making all kinds of conversations, saying jokes and all that, I don't know what to do. I just disengage. Oh. That doesn't get lonely? I don't think so. I still enjoy spending time with people one-on-one, and I have online friends too, of course. Do you ever wish that you could be friends with the characters in your books? All the time. Sometimes so bad that it makes my heart ache. Yeah, me too. Really? A lot. Escapism! That is what books are. And anime. And manga. Escapism. This is still so cute. This is very cute. This is a really cute scene. Like, more than anything. After Natsuki mutters that, silence fills the stairwell once more. That's a mutual silence. One full of understanding. And now we got part 2. They being kind of fruity though. I do get those shipping vibes. Dan saw He saw like the fan art and ships, and he saw an opportunity. He saw an opportunity and he took it. Okay, now we're on to part 2. Hey! Oh, hello. I almost thought you weren't coming today. Yeah, well... Lunch is already more than halfway over. Natsuki had typically been meeting Yuri in the stairwell much earlier, since it had been a good way of dodging her friends when she didn't feel like seeing them. Today, she was holding a large plastic container in both hands. I ran to my friends, so I hung out with them for a while. Is that so? Yeah. I was in a good mood today, so I figured I should. I hadn't seen them in a while, which I came up with a good excuse for, but I expected that. Plus, I have way more of these than I know what to do with, so I figured I would share them with you too. With them too. As she sits down, Natsuki opens the lid of her container. You made cupcakes. Cupcakes! Is it the kitty cupcakes? You know it. It's been a while at this point, so I figured it was about time again. Can they just kiss already? Just kiss already, you two. You can take one if you want. Yuri takes a cupcake and carefully twists it between her fingers. Oh, it's not the kitty cupcakes this time. She changed it up a bit. It's brown with dark green frosting, immaculately shaped in a floral pattern, and topped with some glittery powder, so they're like flowers this time. How pretty. I just ate, so I may not be able to finish it. Are they for the club? Yeah, I guess so. I didn't really think about it, I just made them. Ah, I just thought because green is Monika's favorite color, right? Well, yeah, but that's not really... Yuri takes a small bite. This is green tea flavor. Oh, did you make these for Yuri? And mine? I love green tea. Oh, do you? Also, DDLC Simp, you were right. They do be kind of being fruity right now. It was just a random idea I wanted to try, so... I love the face. Don't laugh at me. I'm not. I just felt happy. Oh, sorry. Usually when... Never mind. What I mean is that I'm glad. Sorry for saying dumb things again. I just wanted to do something nice. And this is something and this is something I happen to be good at. And I do know that you like them from past experience. Hmm? Just like what do you mean by that? Also, not thinking, Jelly. Opposites do attract. Yuri, green tea? I love green tea. Yuri being more dense than anime pro tag. Yeah, she kinda. Yuri turns red, recalling the time she treated herself rather generously to Natsuki's cupcakes. So I'll start too. It's not like I pay attention to you or anything, Baka. My posture's good and I'm fully stretched. Okay. Yuri turns red, recalling the time she treated herself rather generously to Natsuki's cupcakes. Ironically, her mouth is too full of cupcake for her to stand for an excuse, so she just settles for a disapproving look. How did you get into baking? Oh, well, I don't know. It just kind of always appealed to me. Well, a few years ago, I read this one manga with a lot of baking, so I got like super into it for a while. I was probably making stuff almost every day. But it's something that I always knew I liked anyway. It's like baking. Baking is like an art. It's like baking is like art. But when you get good at it, it gets more delicious too. I'm struggling to imagine myself putting my heart into something so artistic, knowing that it would just get eaten afterwards. Yeah, maybe you're too practical for it. It's like the people... Yuri feels bad for the people who make all those cute foods, but then you just have to eat them, and then they look very sad. I think I'd prefer to be on the receiving end. That's my favorite part about it. It's something I could do that makes a lot of people happy, like unconditionally. Also, duck friend, okay. Ba-bam. Mustard is here. That's the duck friend is named Mustard. It's something I can do that makes a lot of people happy, like unconditionally. Everyone is always so thankful, and in that moment, you get to be like the bringer of joy. I don't know, it just makes me feel valued. Yeah, I guess that. So were you able to make up with your friends today? There wasn't really anything to make up with them at the moment. Make up with them about. We weren't fighting or anything. You weren't? Maybe I misunderstood. It only turned into a fight if I lose my cool, and that just adds unnecessary drama. It only makes things worse. So they're not going to stop? I mean, it only happens sometimes anyway. It's just the way they are. I'm the only one who ever has a problem with it. It's not worth it. Especially since I have somewhere to go now. I don't feel like hanging out with them. Oh. She's worried about her girlfriend. Doesn't like them bullying her. I see. The cupcake empty foil wrapper audibly crinkles at Yuri's clenched... I can't read today. Can I read? I cannot. Audibly crinkles as Yuri clenches a fist. I can see it. She's got her fist ready. She's like, I'm ready to go boxing. I'm glad that the situation is resolved, and you don't have to avoid them anymore. Yeah, me too. I don't have to bother you during your alone time anymore. I'm sure you have a lot of reading to catch up on. Pow pow! Yeah. I know that cupcakes are basically nothing compared to all the stuff that you've done for me. But it's the best I can do. So you can have the rest of them. Natsuki grabs the box and slides it over to Yuri's feet. Yuri stares at the box. She then shakes her head and slides them back. You should save them for your other friends. But I made them for you. Oh, someone's being honest. Natsuki's noise whines as she protests. I know. And I like them very much, exactly as you thought. You succeeded. But I know you care about making your other friends happy too. And if this is the way you know how to make that happen, then I'm not going to take it from you. No! They were for making you happy! You make me happy! You're worth more than the cupcakes to someone. To some people. And that's why they want to spend time with you. And be your friend. Without worrying, tears pour from Natsuki's eyes. She pulls her knees to her chest and starts sobbing into their arms. Oh, night, Kage! Sleep well. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good sleep. Natsuki, I'm such a bad person. Yuri stammers, feeling panicked. I didn't mean to say something bad. Natsuki shakes her head and wipes her eyes. You didn't. Natsuki tries to choke back her sobs, but she struggles to speak for them. I just really hate myself sometimes. And it feels so wrong when you say those nice things to me. Like I don't deserve it. I'm sorry. No, I am. I'm so difficult. And I can't think of a single thing about myself that somebody would like. I hated myself for bothering you during lunch. I just thought it was my chance to be a good person. Like to be nice and do the things you wrote about in the letter. I knew if I tried in the club, Sayori and Monica would be super annoying and make a huge deal out of it. You know, I think a lot of those negative things about myself too. I've never felt like a good person. I've always scrunched and everything I say, and later I feel like I said all the wrong things. And I just spend so much time thinking about myself, hating myself, and feeling like everyone else hates me too. So I understand some of that thought through my own experience. And that's why I want to write a letter. I wanted to write a letter and express my feelings. And it pained me to see those things in someone else I saw in myself. Natsuki sniffles. Yuri wrestles through her bag and pulls out some tissues, then hands them to Natsuki. Monica told me that it takes a good person to reflect on these things. The desire to improve yourself. That's what makes you a good person. But don't worry so much. Also, there are things about you that people would like, so... Like what? Like how you're fun to be around. And you're not shy. And you know how to make people laugh. And you're very passionate about things. And you know how to take the lead. And you care a lot about other people. And just a lot of things. Oh. Well, now you're making me feel really embarrassed. Well, you're the one who asked. And you don't think I feel embarrassed? Natsuki tries to hide a smile, then she sighs as it fades again. Every time I come here, I always think it's the last time, but then I keep coming back for some reason. Is that bad? Just really confusing. I mean, my friends and I go way back, so ditching them all the time feels like... I don't know. Feels like what? Natsuki's voice gets quiet. Maybe I'm scared they'll get mad at me. I just really don't know what to do. Ah, my heart. Ah. She pauses. Yuri stares into the distance, tracing her eyes along the patterns of the floor tiles while she thinks to herself. What do you, hypothetically, if your friends were happy for you instead of mad at you? Happy for what? Happy that your new club is making you happy. Well, that's just not a fair hypothetical. Natsuki says that, but with a little confidence in her voice. I always told myself that I don't rely on the approval of others to be happy. And I still feel that way, but I'm spending time with people who put me down whenever I don't have their approval. That's probably what's making me feel so confused. Because I'm frightened of the things that should make me happy. So no matter what, it's like I have to be unhappy to be happy. It's making my head hurt. You're trying so hard to fit in, Natsuki. You don't need to do that. You can have friends who accept you for the way you are. And that must make it really difficult to feel comfortable with yourself. You made to feel like you're wrong for just being the person you are. It really goes against everything I believe in, doesn't it? It goes against the kind of person I want to be. So fed up with it. I'm fed up with a lot of things. Natsuki presses her palms into her forehead and shakes her head. I know what's best for me, but I keep convincing myself out of it. It's so much easier to be comfortably unhappy than it is to do something so scary. You have friends who like you more than just your cupcakes. Exactly! To do what? You know, to end it. With them? Natsuki nods. I didn't think you were actively considering that as an option. Looks kind of happy about that. I wasn't. Until recently. It's just one of those things where, like, it's been a certain way for so long that you just get used to it. Like, so much of you has gone into it. So much that it feels like it's just how your life is. And throwing it away is like throwing away a big part of your life. It makes me feel sick to think about. Natsuki sighs. It's just really scary. It's terrifying. What are you scared of? I don't know. A lot of things. Like being alone. Not having anyone to talk to or hang out with. Not being able to replace what I have with them. I don't want them to hate me. I'm scared they'll hurt me for going against them. Physically? Not physically, but... Yuri clenches her fist. Natsuki. What? I need to take a sip of water. If anyone thinks to cause you harm, I will unleash hell upon them. Natsuki snorts in laughter. Don't laugh at me. Sorry, I was just... No, Yuri's just like, no, I'm serious. I have a knife. I will do it. I like that. That's all. Oh. Well, I meant it. I know you did. Natsuki gives Yuri an endearing look. I needed it. As the conversation lapses, Natsuki again slides her box of cupcakes over to Yuri. Just take them, okay? I don't want other people to have them anymore. Are you sure? They're all for you, babe. Natsuki nods. I'm sure. I will then. I'll enjoy them. Natsuki looks away, but feeling a warmth spread through her. She holds on to that feeling, knowing it will give her courage. Aw, that was so cute. Ah, you're here first today. And you brought reading material. Natsuki is sitting in her usual spot, this time holding a volume of manga, while her lunch sits beside her. Yuri sits down as well and opens her own book. It sucks when a good series has to come to an end. It's like a big part of your life, and then one day there's just nothing left. It feels so empty. Unfortunately, I'm about to experience that myself. I'm on the last book of this series. That sucks. But there's something satisfying about letting a story conclude. I don't know if I'd want it to go on forever. Maybe. There's some things I wish could. On the other hand, have you ever read something that overstayed its welcome? Yeah. There are some things that's just like. There's some series that's just like, no, it's time to stop. Stop making sequels. Stop making continuations. It's time to end. Like One Piece is ongoing. Yes, One Piece. It needs to stop. It's overstayed its welcome. Yeah, definitely. I can think of at least one thing that I've read that's got pretty unbearable like halfway through, and like the ending really sucked. So it sucks when something good has to end, but it also sucks when they just keep amending more plot until you don't like it anymore. I guess it sucks either way. Well, that's the nature of all things. They come to an end. The two fall silent. Yes, Naruto and Dragon Ball. Like, it's gotta stop. Stop milking the series dry. There's nothing left. The cow is dying. It's dead. They slowly eat while making their way through their respective reading material. Yo, hello, Prof. How are you doing? The new movie on the 11th, though, looks so hype. Which movie? A Star Wars movie? A Dragon Ball? What movie? They're basically beating a dead horse. Oh, the new Dragon Ball superhero movie. It looks so good. Oh, that's exciting. I hope it's good. I hope you enjoy it when you get to watch it. They slowly eat while making their way through their respective reading material. Except Natsuki doesn't seem to be touching her food at all. You don't go out during weekends, right? Excuse me? She's like, excuse me? How dare you? Like with friends at the mall or downtown or whatever. I'm not a total shut-in, you know. Oh, my bad for making assumptions. Well, I'm sure I go out less often than other people, like you and the others in the club. I don't really meet with friends and habitually spend time like that. Gohan is my main boy too. Ah! I did not know they were making a new movie, but that's exciting! That's super exciting! I'm usually meeting with my board game group. Board game group? It doesn't matter. It's just more nerdy stuff. Does she play D&D? Why do you ask anyway? I was just curious. I just realized I couldn't picture it, so I was just curious. Yuri looks at Natsuki and realizes that she's shaking. Don't look at me like that. I'm super topical, but just watched what's been released for Spy Family. 100%. I've been loving Spy Family. It's really good. Really, really cute. Very good. Don't look at me like that. Sorry. Natsuki pulls to her knees to her chest and puts her head down. I can't take this. Did I do something? Yuri gets flustered, her mind racing over what she may have said or done. I ended it. I texted them earlier, telling them, and then just blocked them because I was afraid of their responses. Now it feels like I'm dying inside. Oh, I'm sorry. Only unsure of what to do, Yuri barely finds any words of support to offer. Meanwhile, the sound of Natsuki's unusually hard breathing fills the air. Then she speaks again, barely above a whisper. Help me. I feel sick. I want to hit my head against things. Please, I can't take this. You may be having a panic attack. With that realization, Yuri's demeanor suddenly changes. I have experience with this, so I'll help you through it, okay? Natsuki meekly nods for her rapid breath, head buried in her knees. Yuri slides over to Natsuki and sits on the step beside her. Then she puts her hands on Natsuki's shoulders. Can you feel my hands? Natsuki nods. Her shaking becomes more apparent through Yuri's sense of touch. Yuri keeps her voice low and gentle. You're safe now. You're safe right now. You're in a good and safe place where nothing can hurt you. Natsuki once more. Although Yuri is touching Natsuki's shoulders, she can practically feel her racing pulse through the base of her neck. We'll do a breathing exercise together. All you have to do is listen to my breaths and breathe along with me. Let's breathe in now. Yuri takes a deep breath. Slow deep breath. Beneath her hand, she feels Natsuki's shoulders rise as Natsuki takes a breath of her own, trying to mimic Yuri. They exhale together, although Natsuki's breath shakes on the way out. That's good. Let's keep going. Yuri breathes in once more, and Natsuki joins her. They continue like that for a few more cycles, while Yuri closely monitors. Eventually, Yuri feels like... What's going on? They're doing nothing. I guess we will soon see what they're doing. Eventually, Yuri feels Natsuki rest more of her weight onto Yuri's palms. Let's focus on the physical world. All you have to do is focus on feeling your breaths going in and out. And the weight of my hands on your shoulders. You're in a safe, comfortable physical space. Yeah, she's helping Natsuki with her panic attack. Minutes pass in silence. By now, the worst of it has passed, but Yuri is determined not to move away until Natsuki prompts her to. Meanwhile, Natsuki has lifted her head off her knees and her breathing has mostly steadied. Then she takes a final deep breath and slowly pulls herself to her feet, causing Yuri to let go. She stretches her arms. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to freak out. I don't know what my deal is. You don't have to apologize. This must be enormously stressful for you. Is that going to keep happening? It may or may not. We can take measures to prevent it in the future, but I think it will naturally get better over time. Natsuki motions to sit back down again, so Yuri moves over. Yuri turns away to pick up her open book from the dusty floor, which she had hastily set down earlier. She brushes the dust off the cover. I don't think I could have gone through that alone. You're not alone. Oh, here comes the scene. Oh! Feeling shy again, Yuri speaks into her own lap. From now on, you don't have to do anything alone. As she says that, Yuri tenses up. It's rare for her to openly share her thoughts. But something about Natsuki of all people makes it feel so natural to do so. Perhaps because, like Yuri, Natsuki is so timid and uncertain of herself. Natsuki does such a good job at hiding it that it takes a long time for Yuri to finally realize it. And because of that, Yuri is able to deliver the reassurance that she herself would have wanted, demonstrating that you deserve the love of others. If you can accept that for the first time, then perhaps you can begin your tumultuous journey of learning to love yourself. Wow, this is so cute! Aww! Aww, this is such a cute picture. Do you really mean that? You're probably gonna regret saying that if you do. How so? Because I'm probably gonna have a lot of free time during the weekends from now on. So you're giving me permission to be as annoying as I want and drag you around to a lot of places. I see. But you already said it, so you can't take it back now. Good job, thank you. Well, I suppose I have no choice but to accept that responsibility then. I know a good ice cream place. Oh? That means you'll finally figure out my favorite flavor of ice cream. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, don't you remember? The first day you came to club, you guessed everyone's favorite ice cream flavor. But for me, you said you had no idea. Seriously? I don't remember that at all. Oh wait, yes I do. I said it was probably green tea. Yuri shakes her head. It's a good guess, but my favorite is usually to get chocolate and raspberry together. Oh, that sounds good. Chocolate and raspberry? How fancy. How is that fancy? Oh, I don't know. I feel like I should guess something like that. Well, maybe next time I'll try chocolate and strawberry. Hey, strawberry is my favorite. What a coincidence. I think it helps to... Oh, I almost said the wrong voice. I think it helps to have something to look forward to. I still have a sick feeling in my stomach. Well, she kind of looks like she would like strawberry ice cream. She got pink hair. Like strawberries. I still have a sick feeling in my stomach. But it's easier not to convince myself that I did the right thing. Is there anything better I could be doing? Not that I know of. There's nothing that will make this easier for me. And you already did more than I thought anyone could. Come to think of it, we never talked about that letter you wrote. I feel like we're way past that at this point. I don't even know what to talk about. Except that I think it helped me understand my needs a little bit better. The way I like to be treated. And the kind of friends I want to have. That's why I just wanted to start coming here in the first place. Even though I was so scared of causing problems. I thought it was a coincidence that you ran into me here initially. Oh, not exactly. What do you mean? Nothing. They're so cute, I can't. I may have tracked you down first. With the help of Sayori. But you said... I was shy, okay? I wasn't ready to whatever, you know what I'm saying. Well, I guess I'm glad that you worked up the courage. Even if it was in your own way. I can tell that you've been making a lot of difficult decisions. It's so brave, and it makes things better in the long run. I think anyone would be proud of you for it. Anyone? You mean like you? Yes. Ah! Like me. You know, I could get used to this. You cannot tell me that they're not girlfriends after this. You can't tell me that they're not. Oh my gosh. As long as you don't tease me too much. Fine. Just a little then. And that's fine. I know how uncertain everything feels to you right now. But I really do think that good things are in store. Those are my honest feelings. Thanks. It feels nice to be reassured. I'm happy you're enjoying your game. I'm enjoying my game. It's beat 'em up with Neptunia like game. Oh! Nice. The two girls continue their conversation for the remainder of lunch. But a new feeling hangs in the air. A feeling of greater certainty in their path forward. In just a few hours, there will be another literature club meeting where the 4 club members will happily spend their time together. Each of them, all with their own special qualities, have something unique that they can deliver to one another. Through friendship and literature, the club members will continue to grow and find new happiness together. The end of each chapter is the start of the next. Yuri thinks to herself. Since she's about to finish her long-running series, it would be best to have a new book lined up. Perhaps this weekend would be a good time to visit the bookstore. Together. Hey, girlfriends! You can't tell me otherwise. But yeah, I'll finish the rest of the regular story next time, but... Oh, there's more. But my throat is dead, so... We're gonna continue that another time. Because I need to rest my throat. My throat is tired. So let's close this. Okay. Oh, but yes, thank you everyone. Thank you. I need to rest my throat because my throat is like bleh. But let's go see if we can raid someone. Get to the ending screen. Okay. Who is raiding right now? Who is raiding right now? Who is streaming right now? Oh! Let's go raid Explodacy! I see a JoJo is already there. Alright, bye bye everyone!